Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sim Gaming. As the title suggests, I thought I'd take a look at the most badass looking male armors available for Skyrim Special Edition. While scouring the Nexus End further, it can at a glimpse seem that it's impossible to find anything that is not lingerie, high heels or skirts. While there is nothing wrong with that, as it's a personal preference, I thought I'd focus on the minority of us that just prefer to immerse themselves in a male Dragonborn character while looking badass at the same time. These armors showcased will be personal favorites, so the order in which they'll be shown does not really matter. We'll kick things off with Kynreeve Armor. This absolutely badass armor, originally created by the same mod author for a follower mod, presents itself as an excellent mix of Daedric and mortal smithing. This armor comes with a great amount of texture details and also comes off as a great option for any playstyle, whether it's warrior, mage or even a thief. The armor offers minor customization of the headpiece, the helmet, hood, and the combination of the two. I personally chose the third option as the best looking one. Unfortunately for some, the mod author mentions that this set was made with a specific character in mind, so it does not accommodate for beast races. The armor itself can be crafted as both light and heavy and requires a Daedric smithing perk. Additionally, the full set can also be acquired by defeating a pair of Dremora Kynreeve in an encounter on the eastern edge of the Sky Temple Ruins Island. Some preparation is required as the enemies will be level 30. Overall, one of the coolest sets I've had in my mod list, and personally use it for a spellsword playthrough. Moving on to SPOA Silver Knight Armor. This incredibly stylish armor is probably one of the most detailed armors out of this selection, if not wider. The mod author has included 1K, 2K, and for those of you with beefy GPUs, 4K textures. The armor itself is a great option to go for if you plan to play as a heavy armor bruiser type. The paladin-like appearance this armor gives to your character will definitely instill fear to those that stand against you. The armor is available as a standalone or a complete steel plate armor replacer, as the armor itself was clearly inspired by the same armor. Obviously, with that being said, this is a craftable only armor and will be available once the steel smithing perk has been obtained. Additionally, even though it's not a part of this mod, the mod author also offers a shield as a separate mod that would greatly complement to a full set. Overall, extremely high quality armor, and I think the shots of it speak for themselves. Next up, we have the King Crusader Armor. This armor in particular is absolutely amazing, for the lack of a better word. The style and the texture fidelity of this armor is on point, and is a must install if you ever plan to do a spell sword or a battle mage playthrough. The armor itself gives out an exact impression of what it's supposed to represent. You look and feel like a crusader, ready to take down anything in your path with a sword and spells. The armor set offers a full armor, a locust spell and a blade, all fitting with the theme of a crusader. The implementation of the armor was done through placing the recipe in a cave called Bloated Man's Grotto, and inside you'll find a chest near Talos' statue with weapons and a note if you prefer some lore with your armor fix. Finally, after grabbing the recipe, you'll be able to craft the armor with a very specific set of materials. An absolutely badass set, and on top of that, with great in-game implementation. Moving on to Dragonlord Armor. One of the creations from a well-known author, who always makes incredibly high quality meshes and textures for armors and wider. This armor was inspired by Dark Souls, with over-the-top meshes and very large weapons. Needless to say, it definitely feels like something you would obtain at the endgame of your playthrough, and the armor itself is best fitting for heavy and bruisery playstyles with an earth-shattering impression fitting to a powerful Dragonborn. The armor features amazing textures and offers a choice between a regular helmet or a helmet with a plume. Players also have an option in choosing between regular armor pants or a skirt-like pants. This armor can be found in a chest located at the Silent Moons camp, which speaks that the author can potentially work on the implementation itself, as you can obtain it as early as level 1, breaking your immersion and overall balance of your playthrough. However, this is a minor downside, as it can be controlled by the player, especially considering how impressive and detailed this armor looks. An absolutely amazing set, and I personally used it in 2 of my previous playthroughs. Finally, we'll take a look at the Shadow Scale Armor. This armor has been created by multiple of authors and is inspired by shadow scales. According to the minor lore given on the page, shadow scales are respectable assassins who follow the 5 tenets, lest they incur the wrath of the Sithis. The group itself has long been defunct, with pieces of them remaining buried and hidden from the light. The armor itself looks like a perfect fit for the Shadow Dweller and an assassin. The scaly look throughout the whole armor, as well as the skeletal hooded back piece, indeed give out an impression of somebody who brings death from the shadows. This badass set, unfortunately, as the previous one, does not have the best implementation, as it can be easily obtained near the Shadowstone south of Riften. The armor set also comes with a unique looking dagger, completing the full shadow scale feel. An absolutely amazing armor, and a definite must for a thief or an assassin playstyle. Before wrapping up the video, I'd like to give an honorable mention to Prime Nightingale set, as I feel like this armor also belongs in this list, even though it's just a reskin of an existing unique set in the game. The textures speak for themselves. This now marks the end of this video, and remember, if you do plan to install any of these mods, take a quick second and endorse the authors and their mod page, as they work hard on these creations in reaching our gaming experience. I appreciate all of your support on my 2 previous videos, and remember to subscribe for more upcoming content on this channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.